may must have missed the previous class. Just a recapitulation about the poet and the poetry, and then we'll move forward with the next poet, right? Now, nobody has to ask any of the questions. I hope you all have started working on your workbook. Please keep on writing on, because the moment the school reopens, I will be taking the books for correction. Okay, Arpita. Arpita wants to ask. Is this Arpita? Angelou is a poetess. You can say is a person of during that time. She had a very no, very difficult life during the early age. Parents were divorced and they were sent to their grandmother place to stay. Now she had a lot of suffering during her childhood times, and there was also an assault happened to her. So where she lost her voice, then her school teacher made her read literature books and poems to make so that she can recollect her voice again. Later on, this raised a poetess in her heart, and she started writing. Now, Maya Angelou real name is Margaret N. Johnson, and this Maya Angelou name has been given by her brother Belly Johnson, and she was um, a American poet, a singer, memorist, and civil rights activist. This poem, that I Know Why the Cage Birds Sing, tells of her life up to the age of 17 and brought her international recognition and acclaim. Acclaim means praise. She got a lot of recognition and she got a lot of praise. The entire theme of this poetry is just only the freedom which the people between the white people and African, that black people, that is American and the African American. Now, Americans were English, white Americans were fully allowed to enjoy their life. They are free to have all the opportunities in their life. They're free to have all the comforts in their life. Whereas these African Americans do not have that right, because why? Because somewhere from their ancestor they belong to the group of Africa. So therefore, there are African American who are settled there, and now they don't. The laws has been imposed on them just because of their color. Now, in this first stanza, the poets wanted to say put this entire white African American and white Americans have been portrayal as a bird. One, the bird which is caged, and the bird which is free. The first stanza says about the free bird, that is English people, that is white people, that they have all rights to enjoy their life. Bhumi has to ask. Yes, Bhumi. Bhumi, unmute yourself. You have raised your hand. Yes, Bhumi, ask. Bhumi Jaiswal. First stanza says about the American English people, those who are free. Now they can flow with the wind, with the direction of the wind. They can flow with the direction of the river. They are free to do the entire. They think themselves the proprietor of the entire universe, the proprietor of the entire world. And orange sun ray stands for happiness, freedom, comfort, and luxuries in life. Second stanza starts with but. It means there's a contrast between the first stanza and the second stanza. Second stanza says about the bird. Please make a point that this entire poetry, the bird is not sad but full of hope and inspiration. And hope that the one their day will come, that everybody will realize that the laws which has been imposed due to the racial discrimination is wrong to them, and the day will come and they will be also free. So second stanza shows about the anger. They are angry because the laws which has been imposed on them is wrong. Second, they are fearful because कहीं ना कहीं उनके दिल में ये डर है कि whether they will be freed or not, they will get that freedom or not. So when you write the answers in your answer script, or when you write in your answers in your workbook, please do not mention that the bird is the bird is very sad. The bird is not sad. In fact, the bird is angry and the bird is fearful. Anger because the laws which has been imposed on them for the racial discrimination is wrong, and fearful whether if they will be heard by the people, whether they will get the freedom or not. So these are the two keywords for this poem, That is that the bird was not sad. Second, the bird was full of hope and inspiration. Third, the bird was fearful because the bird thinks that whether they will get this freedom or not. So second stanza stands for his bars of rage means the bird is angry and therefore is making sound with his throat because the wings are clipped and the feet are tied. So they are making lot of noise and making singing song with their only they can make other people aware is that they hope. The third stanza again is telling about of things unknown. The third line, of things unknown but longed for. Of things unknown is talking about the freedom that they don't know. They have never tasted freedom, but long for still. But they are waiting to taste it. But they wanted to taste it. They think that they have a right to taste it. So here this stanza stands for this. Then the fourth stanza, the free bird thinks of another breeze means the free bird can think, they can move with the breeze. वो अपनी कंडीशन उस पेड़ से के बराबर द केज बर्ड अपनी कंडीशन उस पेड़ के बराबर करते हैं जो कि पेड़ अपनी जमीन से स्टक है और सिर्फ हवा के जो भाव होता है उससे जो पत्तियों की आवाज होती है बस बर्ड्स भी वैसे ही हैं कि उन्हें सिर्फ आवाज सुनाई दे रही है ब्रीज यानी कि दे कैन हियर अबाउट द फ्रीडम दे कैन सी दैट दे आर एंजॉयिंग द फ्रीडम बट दे आर नॉट एबल. Fat worms waiting on a dawn bright light stands for that they have all the opportunity. The white people have all the opportunities in their life to enjoy. Whereas this African American, that black people cannot enjoy all the opportunities and cannot have all the freedom in their life. Or they cannot have freedom. All the freedom means they can have none of the freedom. And the last line, and he names the sky his own, means they think themselves, the English people think themselves that they are the proprietor of the entire world. They have the all opportunities, they have all right on all happiness, comfort, and luxury. The next stanza, that is the fourth stanza, but a cage which stands in the grave of dreams. Grave of dreams stands for that their dreams are dead. Anshika, unmute yourself.
Are
Yes,
the ma'am, are
yes.
the white Americans are represented by platforms?
No. Opportunities have been represented by fatworms. Birds, for the bird which has been caged and free are the portrayal of Englishman and white and the African American. और जो फैट वर्म लिखा है इसका मतलब ये है कि जो इंग्लिश पीपल है वो कोई भी अपॉर्चुनिटी लेने के लिए फ्री है. मीन्स वट एवर द अपॉर्चुनिटीज आर देयर दे आर फ्री दैट इट बिलोंग्स टू देम. दे कैन हैव ऑल द अपॉर्चुनिटीज इन लाइफ. फैट वर्म रिप्रेजेंट्स द अपॉर्चुनिटी इन द लाइफ.
Okay,
ठीक है.
ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
And okay. Now, so they have the opportunity, and now the fourth stanza, that is the next stanza. Grave of dreams means जब वो अपनी आवाज से अपने लोगों को सुना रहे तो कहीं ना कहीं धीरे धीरे उनकी जो ड्रीम ऑफ बीइंग फ्रीड इज बीइंग ग्रेव इज डाइंग. पता नहीं लोग सुन रहे हैं या नहीं सुन रहे. पीपल आर रियलाइजिंग और नॉट दे आर नॉट. क्या कहा हमें कभी हम फ्री हो पाएंगे नहीं. ग्रेव ऑफ ड्रीम्स, their dreams are just dying every day in everything. That is, and his shadows shout on now nightmare scenes means they are shouting like we shout when they have a nightmare. हम लोग जब रात को डरावना सपना देखते हैं तो जिस तरह से चिल्लाते हैं हम उसी तरह से चिल्ला रहे हैं. We are shouting, we are making noise because we are not free. And why we are not? Because they are shouting because they wanted to make people tell about that the laws which has been imposed on them just because of their color is wrong. Again, the wings are clipped and feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. And the last line again, the cage bird sings with a fearful trill. Fearful trill, I told you, trill means making sound, shaking and trembling. वो डर भरी आवाज है, उनकी आवाज में डर है कि अगर हम बोल रहे हैं और अगर हम लोगों को अवेयर कर रहे हैं क्या हमें ये अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगी that one day we will also be free. That stands for fearful trill. Of things unknown, but long again of things unknown that represents the freedom, but long for still means waiting for a long time for that freedom which we wanted to taste, that freedom which we have never tasted. And on a distant hill, so again the bird he is trying to make other people aware, about other African Americans aware about it, that the life of them are miserable and there is no law. There is the law which has been imposed on them is absolutely wrong. So this is the end of the poem. I hope now there will be no difficulty in doing the question answers. Everything is clear in this. If anybody has any doubt, please raise your hand so that I can ask, and we'll start with another poem. Nobody has to ask anything? Okay. I couldn't see any hands up. Okay. Sakiba. Okay, nobody has to ask? Sakshi. Nobody has to ask now? Sakshi, you want to ask something?
No मैम गलती से दब गया.
अच्छा. See, if you will play with the button of raising your hand, it will be difficult for me to continue. This is not your class. Don't play. Don't behave like a children. No, kids की वो बटन दबा दबा के try कर रहे हैं. So please behave maturely. If you are using a technology for something, so use it wisely and maturely. Don't play with it. जैसे कि बच्चों को दे दिया जाता है ना झुंझुना समझ में नहीं आता क्या दबाएं क्या ना दबाएं so don't behave like that. Anyways, now the next is the patriots. Devesh Pandey. Again the same thing Abhinav Kumar. Yes. They are in hope that one day they will be heard.
They will get the chance to sing.
Yes. Not chance to sing. Sing stands for freedom. Thinking से they are making noise. जैसे कि कोई एक मोटिवेट होता है किसी चीज के लिए वो दो को मोटिवेट करते हैं वो चार को मोटिवेट करते हैं उसी तरह माया एंजेलो द पोएटेस has made realize कि ये जो law has been imposed on them due to color is wrong to them. So she wanted to make other African Americans aware about the laws कि जो लोग इस law के पीछे अपना जिंदगी गंवार रहे हैं they are not able to have comfort in their life उनको भी पता चले कि ये law गलत है. होता ना जैसे कि एक हाथी के बच्चे को अगर बचपन से उसका पैर बांध दो तो वो बड़ा अगर हल्की सी रस्सी से भी बांधो तो वो हाथी का बच्चा उसी तरह से बड़ा होता है. It keeps on growing in the same mentality. So African American being from the early times they have this law has been imposed. So they have grown with that law. कि ये हम लोग काले हैं तो we are not allowed to have the comfort and enjoy in the life. Luxury generally. The same pattern. So now here Maya Angelou because of her color she has also faces lots of racial discrimination and she always been a vocalist for this law which has been imposed. So ये चीज मैंने the page bursting with here. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Asutosh. Okay. Asutosh. Asutosh. Yes, Asutosh. Page. First stanza. Which word you are not which line you are not understanding? The free bird thinks of another breeze again. The free bird thinks of it's talking about the English people that English people can think of another breeze means they have all the opportunities in their life. वो सोच सकते हैं हर हवा के साथ वो बह सकते हैं वो हर comfort enjoy कर सकते हैं they are allowed to enjoy all the comfort and luxuries in life. And the trade winds soft to the sighing trees means and the cage the birds who are in cage जैसे कि हवा के साथ पत्ते उड़ नहीं सकते मीन्स दे कैन जस्ट मेक अ रसलिंग साउंड उसी तरह से हम केज बर्ड्स की भी हालत है that we can listen to the sound shining trees means when the breeze are flowing at the fullest the trembling sound the rustling sound of the leaves वो बता रही है कि वो leaves की जो आवाज वो जैसे leaves उड़ नहीं सकती उनके साथ उसी तरह से हमारी कंडीशन है कि हम देख रहे हैं breeze को but we cannot fly. Why? Because our wings are clipped and feet are tied. This stands for the same. And the fat worms waiting on the dawn bright lawn, it is again stands for the free bird. That day, fat worm stands for the opportunities. Means whatever the opportunities are there, English people think that they have only the right to have all the opportunities. Opportunities of everything, opportunities of comfort, opportunities of happiness, opportunities of luxury. यानी और जितनी भी opportunities है, they have all the proprietorship on all the opportunities. And the names is the sky is own. The sky stands for the universe. Means they think that they are the proprietor of the entire. Okay, Kanha. Anything else? Anyone else? Pratishtha. Yes, Pratishtha.
Ma'am, first paragraph, last second line, in the orange sun rays. Ma'am, what does this mean?
In the orange sun ray stands for, please write it down. In the orange it symbolizes happiness, freedom, comfort, and luxuries of life. It stands. मतलब कि जो bee birds हैं, they can dip their wings in the orange sun rays. Means they have all the opportunities of the life. That is happiness, that is comfort, that is your uh, luxuries, सब चीज. So write it down. Happiness, freedom, comfort, luxuries in life. Anyone else? I hope those who people are asking questions, so the doubts of the other people, those who doesn't want to give pain to their throat is clear. Anyone else? Uh, Now, moving towards the patriot, that is Robert Browning, poetry, a satire between. Sorry. Now, is it okay now? Everyone is okay with? Patriot means a person who has full devotion for the country, has full devotion and a vigorous support for one's country is the patriot. Now, this is written by Robert Browning. Robert Browning, born on 7th May 1812, London, Camberwell, and died on 12th December 1889. He was an English poet, a playwright, whose mastery on the dramatic monologue. Monologue means Robert Browning, whatever the poem he has written, whatever the poetry he has written, it's a monologue. Means only one person is speaking out. Speaking out. Monologue means जब कोई एक अपनी आत्मकथा बताता रहता है, अपने बारे में बताता रहता है, single person. There is no protagonist. So that is called as dramatic monologue. So Robert Browning has mastery in dramatic monologue. वो जब कहीं भी पोएट्री लिखता है तो ऐसा लगता है जैसे कोई अपनी व्यथा, अपनी कहानी सुना रहा है या अपने बारे में बता रहा है. So he is mastery in that dramatic monologue, and this made him the foremost Victorian. And he is also a poet during the Victoria time, and this is because of his dramatic monologue, Robert Browning has become a very foremost poet during the Victorian age. Now, this poetry is about a patriot who praised 1 year people, and after a year, they has the a year ago he was a suitor, and after a year he became a traitor. यानी पहले लोग उसको एज अ हीरो उसको बहुत पसंद करते थे, प्यार करते थे, they loved her and they respect. And after a year, the fickleness of the people has become, and they started treating him as a traitor, and they उसको फांसी तक लटका देते. मतलब वो कंडीशन आती है इस पोयम में. So here at the first stanza is just the flashback of the person, the flashback of the patriot. इसमें patriot में कुछ ऐसा mention नहीं है, इसमें सिर्फ एक patriot है जो कि अपनी country के लिए बहुत devoted है, उसने बहुत सारे काम किए. And people recognize him. Now the first stanza is just a flashback of his life. That first stanza में वो ये अपने उस दिन को याद कर रहा है जब वो लोग बहुत प्यार करते थे, बहुत praise करते थे. It were roses, roses all the way, with myrtle mixed in path like mad. It was roses means when he used to walk, when he used to come, the people used to throw flowers on him, shower flowers on him. And myrtle is a kind of a beautiful flower which has a beautiful fragrance, and it's considered to be the most fragrant flower. So, वो वाले flowers they used to mix and they spread on their path and welcome that person. The house roofs seemed to heave and sway. Heaves and sway means the people used to gather on the roofs which start oscillating. मतलब कि इतनी ज़्यादा भीड़ होती है, ऐसा लगता था कि जो दीवारें, जो रूफ हैं, वो oscillate करें. They are moving. They are to and fro movement हो रहा है. Since people are so much over there that they cannot balance the roof cannot balance the weight of the people. So there are so many people there. The church's spires. Spires means the churches have been decorated with flags. Fire flame means the top of the church has been decorated with flags. Such flags they had a year ago on this very means वो एक अपनी बात कह रहा है कि 1 साल पहले मेरे रास्ते में लोग फ्लावर्स बिछाते, मार्टिल, मार्टिल पीस dandelion. This is a flower which is very has a lot of fragrance. So when you were writing, when you will write the answer during that in your answers, martel, right? This is a pub which has a very good fragrance. So it's mixed, and people are really mad and showering flowers on him and welcoming him with vitriol. So first stanza is this, and he is just a not flashback about his life when the people are very much um, lovable towards him, very much respectful towards him. People die to look at him. People used to shower flowers on him. This is the first stanza. Is just a flashback memory of the period. The second stanza stands for the air broke into a mist with bells. Air broke means when he came there, when he used to move somewhere, people used to play bells. और the sound of the bell just honor this victory. सब लोग उसके लिए घंटियां बजाते थे और लोग they used to make lot of sound just to welcome her to and honor his victory. The old walls rocked with the crowd and cries, and all the walls the people used to shout, scream, happy. They used to clap for and welcome that vitriol. Had I said good folk in his ripples, and there is noise, lot of noises. People are dying to do whatever he wished. And but give me your son from yonder sky. Even then, if he asks for son, the people will ask और क्या चाहिए आपको, means they are ready to bring sun on his हाँ in his hand. मतलब यहाँ तक कि लोग कहते हैं ना का चांद ताड़े तोड़ के ले आएंगे, तो उसी तरह से this the people love him so much that they will never ask us the question that why do you need a son. Means they can put sun on his way. और उसके बाद भी इतना मांगने के बाद भी वो ये सवाल हमसे करेंगे, do you need anything else? So this is, but give me your son yonder skies. They had answered, and afterward what else? Means इसको देने के बाद भी the people there are ready to ask me that, or what else you want. So first and second stanzas done out the deep patriot as a superman, as hero. It's a heroism being shown about in first and the second stanza. So anyone has things so that I can move forward this to us? Yes,
Ma'am, in the
Devesh.
first two stanzas, it is recalling 1 year ago that what happened to him, to the poet.
Yes. It's a flashback.
Okay.
First two stanzas of the flashback about the poet. मतलब अब जो poet की condition है, present condition है, poet is being moving towards Campbell's Gate.
Ma'am, it means that he was thinking 1 year ago what has happened to him.
Yes, तो आज की डेट में उसे फांसी दी जा रही है. आज की डेट में उसे फांसी दी जा रही है, और वो जो फांसी के लिए जा रहा है, तब वो अपने दिमाग में ये सारी चीजें सोच रहा है कि आज से 1 साल पहले मेरी क्या कंडीशन थी और आज मेरी क्या कंडीशन. So this ठीक है. Okay, now Divyanshi. Yes, Divyanshi asks. Divyanshi. I couldn't hear you. Speak again.
First line.
Second and third line. Okay, first paragraph. The house roof seems to heave and save means sway. Heave and sway means जो छतें लोगों के घरों की, उसमें लोग इतने ज्यादा इकट्ठा हो गए, ऐसा लग रहा है मतलब इतना ज्यादा उसमें वजन आया लोगों का. मीन्स ये that of people sitting on the roof just to लोग इतना ज्यादा हुए, उसको एक नजर देखने के लिए लोग इतनी भीड़ लगा के रखे हैं. The church fires flame, और church means to honor his victory. The church, जो top of the church है, has just been decorated with different flags. Flags से उसकी मतलब उसको flags से सजाकर उसको honor दे रहे हैं. That the church fires flame, such flags they had a year ago on this very day. यानी जब उसके फांसी पे ले जाया जा रहा है, तो आज उस चर्च के टॉप रूफ पे कुछ भी नहीं है, और आज से 1 साल पहले व्यक्ति जब वो वापस आया यहाँ पर था, तो लोग इस चर्च के रूफ को भी सजा के रखते थे, मतलब वो दे हैव मेड हिम एज अ स्कूटर एज अ नेक्स्ट वेरी क्लोज टू को भी सजा के रखते थे टू ऑनर दिस विक्ट्री, टू ऑनर दैट.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
अंकुर विंसी. Yes.
Ma'am.
Ankur Vinci.
Ma'am, the first line, second stanza.
The air broke into second stanza,
Yes, ma'am.
first line. The air broke into the mist with bells means means the people are making a lot of sound. There are a lot of sound of bells just to honor his victory. हम बजाते हैं ना, ढोल नगाड़े बजाते हैं. We make sound to enjoy somebody's victory. तो उसी तरह से सारी bells ring कर रहे हैं just to honor the victory of that patriot. ठीक है?
Thank you.
Anshika. Anshika,
Why
yes.
everyone loves him so much? Ma'am, why everyone loves him so much?
See, everyone loves him because in this poem actually nothing has been mentioned, but itna mentioned किया कि there is a patriot who is very devoted and had done a lot of devotion and vigorousness for the country. उसने जैसे एक example ले लो, अन्ना हजारे. अन्ना हजारे is nowhere as a politician, but somewhere Anna Hazare had done lot of motivation to the people. तो शायद वो पेट्रियट भी कुछ ऐसे ही देशभक्त जिसने बहुत सारे काम किए. और
Ma'am, why is hanging out?
अब ये when you will get to know ना, क्योंकि देखो this poem actually shows the fickleness of the people. आप in this poem that people are very fickle. कोई भी चीज कभी कोई भी चीज कभी स्टेगनेंट नहीं होती. आज आप किसी के लिए बहुत अच्छे हैं, कल आप उन्हीं लोगों के लिए बहुत खराब है. इट हैपेंस इन आवर नॉर्मल लाइफ आल्सो. इट हैपेंस इन अ नॉर्मल फैमिली कि आज के दिन आपकी बहुत तारीफ, अचानक से कुछ ऐसा हो जाता है कि आपका पूरा नाम खराब हो जाता है. तो पीपल स्टार्ट डिफेमिंग यू. तो सिमिलरली रॉबर्ट ब्राउनिंग जस्ट वांटेड टू, एंड एट द एंड वो ये कहना चाहता है कि स्टिल इतना कुछ होने के बाद भी रॉबर्ट ब्राउनिंग बिलीव एज एन ऑप्टिमिस्टिक मींस कुछ भी हो जाए, लोगों का सोच कभी अच्छा कभी बुरा होता है, तो you have to be optimistic with your thoughts, with your work. This is what actually Robert Browning want to convey to the
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
ठीक है? Anyone else? Nayanika. Yes, Nayanika.
Ma'am, can you explain second stanza, third line?
Third line is, had I asked good folk, merry noise ripples. Had I means he wanted to say the people are so happy with me, they are honoring me कि अगर मतलब they are ready to do whatever they wish to. Had I said good folk means the people, those who are around him and honoring his victory, उनसे वो इतना शोर कर रहे हैं और इतना मेरे को देखकर वो they are happy कि अगर मैं उनसे कहूँ but give me your son from yonder side, अगर मैं उनसे उनका वो सूरज मांगू, आसमान से सूरज मांगू, तो शायद वो भी दे दे. मतलब आसमान से सूरज मांगू इन द सेंस कि if I ask anything which is very difficult to get, but these people are ready to do for me. Means they love me so much, they respect me so much, they honor me so much that if I ask them this sun from this sky, they will be. कहते हैं ना चांद तारे तोड़ के लाना. तो here he is asking that कि अगर मैं उनसे कहूँ कि चांद तारे तोड़ना, तो again is an easy work task. Bringing a sun is again a difficult task. मतलब कुछ भी मैं उनको करने को कहूँ, वो मेरे लिए करने को तैयार है, और ना ही करने को तैयार है बल्कि वो मुझसे अगला सवाल पूछते और आपको क्या चाहिए. मतलब इतना डिफिकल्ट टास्क देने के बाद भी people are ready to do whatever else they can out of their limit. They can go out of their limit and can do. This stands
Okay, ma'am.
ठीक है?
Thank you, ma'am.
Mary. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Anyone else need to ask anything? Nobody has to ask? No hands up? Okay. Now, so the first stanza, again I'm telling you about this. First stanza is first and second stanza. जैसे कि the patriot is being taken to the Shambles Gate. Shambles Gate वो gate होता है जहाँ पे लोगों को फांसी दी जाती है and people get around them or people were watching. So when he was being taken towards the Shambles Gate for the gallows means for the फांसी, that he was taken towards, तो वो अपनी फ्लैशबैक सोच रहा है कि आज से 1 साल पहले मेरी कंडीशन क्या थी, पीपल मेरे साथ कैसा बिहेव करते थे और अब मेरे साथ पीपल कैसा बिहेव कर रहे हैं. So this is the first two stanza stands for the flashback memory of the patriot. The third, Elak. Elak is again Elas. Like Elas we speak in grief, in sorrow. That is Elak. It was I who leaped at the sun to give it my loving friends to keep. Now, in this stanza, be very careful for this stanza. The idea of leaping at the sun has been borrowed from a Greek tale of Erechus. Please write down this. You will have to answer. If you have a pencil with you, please on a piece of paper, on a copy, write it down. The idea of leaping at the sun. It said, Alag, it was I who leaped at the sun. This to give it to my loving friend to keep. This idea of leaping at the sun has been borrowed from a Greek tale Icarus. Icarus is a person during the Greek time, just Joe was wanted to fly, so he used lot of wax and fixed wings on his back, and he started flying, and he was successful in flying. But in flying, he forgot that the wings which he has stuck in his body, which is in attached with his body, is stuck with help of wax. And the more he was going near to the sun, the wax got melted, and immediately the wings detached from the body, and he fallen down and died immediately. Now why he is saying this line during this poem, that जब लोग उसको इतना मान रहे थे तो he became more opportunist, वो और ज्यादा ambitious हो गया, वो और ज्यादा लोगों से उम्मीद करने लगा, और he was, so this is what happened. He wanted to be more successful. जितना उसे success मिला था, he became wanted to be more successful. And जब आप बहुत ज्यादा किसी चीज के लिए over ambitious हो जाते हैं, तो कहीं ना कहीं your downfall starts. So means being very overconfident. He wanted to be more and more successful, and he became very means over ambitious. Please, these are the keywords. Over ambitious. Please write it down. The poet, the patriot, became over ambitious, and then when he became over ambitious and he started doing the work beyond his limit, तो क्या हुआ, उसी कंडीशन पे हो गया, इकरस की तरह उसकी कंडीशन हो गई. जब वो ओवर एम्बिशियस हो गया तो वो ये भूल गया कि ये जो फेज है वो कभी भी डाउनफॉल हो सकती है. So he was successful, but the moment he was near to, the moment he was near to the sun, he fallen down. Similarly, is for this man, the patriot. So your poet also wants to say that he was over ambitious and did lot of struggle for the country going beyond his limits, which defamed him, and from a suitor he became a traitor. I'm repeating the line again. This is a little has a confusion. So listen to it. Alak means alas. When we used it to express our sorrow, our grief, it was I who leaped at the sun. He felt himself as Icarus, that the wings which Icarus has put attached to his body using the wax. He wanted to fly high in the sky, and he was successful. But Icarus was being over ambitious. He wanted to be more successful. He reached towards the sun, and the moment he reached towards the sun, due to the hot temperature of the sun, the wax melted, and his wings get detached from his body, and he's fallen down and died. So similarly, he is saying that he is the same person who has become over ambitious, who wanted to become more successful, and he has started moving beyond his limit. वो और लोगों के लिए अपने लिमिट से ज्यादा बाहर या जरूरत से ज्यादा करना शुरू कर दिया, और जब उसने अपने अपने लेवल से ज्यादा करना शुरू किया, तो immediately he was defamed. And same as Icarus fallen down on the earth and died immediately, similar happened to him. The moment he became over ambitious, he was defamed, and was from a suitor he became a traitor. जहाँ पे लोग उसको फूल बरसाने लगे, वहाँ पर लोग उसे पत्थर मारने लगे. तो जहाँ पे लोग उसको प्यार करते थे, उसको देखने के लिए तरसते थे, वहाँ लोग मुश्किल से उसकी तरफ देखते थे और मुश्किल से उसकी तारीफ करते थे. There was nobody left in the country who loved him. ठीक है? Is there any question related to this? Please raise your hand. Anybody wants to ask anything? I'm repeating it. Alak, it was I who leaped at the sun to give it to my loving friends to keep. It means this stanza says about the Icarus who was over ambitious. So he said, I who leaped at the sun means I was over ambitious. I wanted to be more. To give it to my loving friends to keep. और मैं इतना ज़्यादा मैं out of limit struggle कर रहा था to make my people happy, to make my people happy wins the countrymen. Not not man could do, no one, not man when no one could do, have I left undone, and you see my harvest, what I reap, this very day now a year is run. और देखो मेरी ओवर एम्बिशियस होने की वजह से मुझे ज्यादा सक्सेस मिलने की वजह से क्या हुआ कि नाउ आई एम लेफ्ट नाउ आई एम डाउन ऑन द अर्थ आई हैव बीन killed by the means I have my respect has all gone the fame. Okay. Devesh wants to ask.
Ma'am,
Yes, Devesh.
ma'am, what was the reason that the poet became ambitious?
Because he was getting more and more praises. First two stanza में देखते हो लोग bells बजा रहे हैं, तालियां बजा रहे हैं, making lot of noise, cheering, no shouting and showering flowers on him. तो जब आपको इतनी सारी it is normal happens in life when everybody start praising you you become over ambitious. You become more and जब आप over ambitious बनते हो तब आप गलतियां करना शुरू करते हो. And this same happened with Helios when he saw that the people are loving him, respecting him, and wanted to have a glance on him, so he became over ambitious. वो और ज्यादा लोगों के लिए कुछ करना चाहता था, which is out of his power or out of his limit. तो इसलिए now and when you do something which is not out beyond your limit, it brings defeat. होता है हम कभी कभी और अच्छा करने की कोशिश करते हैं और क्या होता है कि वो अच्छे की जगह बुरा हो जाता है या गलत हो जाता है. Yes, so this happens with this person. और इसने अपने आप को एग्जाम्पल दिया इकरस की तरह, जैसे इकरस ने तो वही ओवर प्यार करेंगे, हमेशा मुझे प्रेस करेंगे, लेकिन हुआ क्या? This just opposite. So here this poetry is basically please write down few keywords which will be helping you in your answers. क्योंकि जब भी कोई question आता है तो very helpful. So when I explain you a poem, on the top of your poem, please write down the keywords which will be very useful for you when you write your answers. Because that doesn't matter if you write 2 pages answer, 3 pages answer, but if you miss the keywords, you are not going to do. So please now you are not going, you will be at a board examining, so you have to use the keywords. आपका आंसर शॉर्ट भी होता है और आप अगर प्रॉपर कीवर्ड यूज करते हैं तो you will be getting the full marks. And please, so with the poem, I am giving you the keywords. Write on those keywords and use in your answer. And please start preparing yourself for your boards. The first keyword is public fickle-mindedness. For public fickle-mindedness means people are very fickle. Fickle यानी आज तुम्हारे में कुछ सोच रहे कल तुम्हारे publics apostrophe s public's fickle-mindedness.
Okay.
ठीक है. Ambiguity means interpretation. Please write down ambiguity. 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 And another word for ambiguity is obscurity. Obscurity, you make right or. Obscurity. Ambiguity or obscurity. It means.
Ma'am, please repeat the spelling.
Obscurity. Obscurity. It means more than one interpretation. Ambiguous इसमें लोग fickle-minded है और interpretation होता है. मतलब interpretation का बहुत जल्दी होता है. आज कुछ सोच रहे कल कुछ सोचे तो their interpretation keep on changing. ठीक है, that is. Then the third keyword is over-ambitious. अभी तक के 3 stanzas में these 3 words are the major keywords. Now time is getting over or abruptly मेरी meeting बंद हो जाएगी. So if you have any query, so please keep ready your query. Fourth, fifth and sixth stanza will be doing in the next class. Till then इस 3 stanzas related workbook में जो भी questions है, people start doing it whatever, and if you get fuss in any of the question, please ask. It's related stanza, the first stanza, second stanza and the third stanza. Start doing this, then we'll meet in the next class and we'll be continuing with the next stanza. So now I'm just ending the meeting.
Okay, ma'am.
Just
Okay, ma'am.
the 3 stanzas which I have done, see question answers of those 3 stanzas. If you get stuck to any of the questions, and the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth stanza will be doing in the next.